This is for web, you know. Is it connected to the sound system?
Both camera and mic.
Yeah, camera and the speaker, but it goes straight into your computer. It doesn't go into this hall.
We can connect. We have speakers also. We can connect.
You cannot connect.
We can. We have speakers.
Because that will reduce the strain on my vocal cords. Maybe tomorrow. Now it is no time, you know. So
I think you have that running.
We can hear you from here.
because no, you can hear because I have to speak loud, you know. It is otherwise I will be speaking. Yeah. It is conducive to sleeping, no doubt. Yeah. Mm.
Hard to make the microphone work.
No, we can.
You have
narrow mic.
Yeah. We need the right expert. We need the right expert to make sure it works.
Let me see. I am on that line only.
Oh, let go.
So he is student of our Chennai Ramakrishna Mission, you know, that students' home. Wonderful. You told your name as
Raju.
Raju, yeah. A Telugu name usually.
No, yes, but I am Tamilian.
Oh, okay, but with a Telugu style name.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, because why I could
Oh,
not.
is it just for decoration or
No,
it will function? No, it is.
Now, Violet, now we have to make it work.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Violet
Okay.
did it.
Good. Thank you, dear. Yeah.
Violet is like that.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay.
यथाग्निर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हि या सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्. So, in our first discussion, we saw the principle that Holy Mother embodies, the principle of Shakti of Brahman. In Hindus or Sanatana Dharmis, it is the Shakti is very much worshipped. It is more actually than the male form of deities. The feminine forms of the divine are more popular and more worshipped. In fact, I remember one scholar was telling in the all Hindu, this form of devotees in Hindu gods and goddesses, all the important departments are handled by Shakti, the feminine. Minor portfolios are given to the male, these things, male gods, like the secretary of defense is Durga. Secretary of Finance is Lakshmi. Secretary of Homeland Security is Kali. The Secretary of Education is Saraswati. Male deities are given comparatively just minor things like Ganesha. Okay, in the beginning we invoke you just for auspiciousness. That is a minor. Okay, do that much. So it is something like that. That okay, Shiva, just scatter your wisdom around now and then. Be there in Kailasha. Don't meddle in our affairs here. So male deities, they are comparatively given minor roles. So, because Sri Ramakrishna explained, the difference that between he used the Sankhya terms, but when you remove that separation, then that becomes applicable to Vedanta also. That it is the Shakti does everything, Purusha does not do anything. Just he is there but doesn't do anything. All the doing happens through Shakti. And he gave an example of a very busy old style Indian this wedding ceremony. The ceremony lasts for a long time, multiple days, and there are thousands of guests. Everybody has to be treated with their special due respect according to their relationship. And then they uh, the father of the bride, everything has to be done by the bride's side. It is the groom side will present themselves and just present their demands. The bride side has to do everything. That was the norm. Yeah. Now things are different, but that is all how the demand and supply works. You see. Those days, the women were far more in number, men were less. So it is the price, price tag for women was low because the number availability was more than the demand. So now it is not like that anymore. So that apart, but then that is how there were these uh, father of the bride. He would be just sitting and saying, "Oh, welcome. Okay, good that you came," and so forth to the guest. The mother of the bride, she was in charge of everything. She would have a big bunch of keys dangling from her sari and was running about here and there and managing 1,000 things. Now and then she would come and report to her husband, this must be done like this, this is how we have to do. And the man would be puffing his hookah and said, okay, go ahead. Yeah, very nice. Just nodding the head, nothing more than that. So that is the Brahman. Does nothing. Does nothing. Only nods the head. It is the Shakti. The wife does everything, running about. So one day, it so happened that Sri Ramakrishna was at that Shampukur, that he was very, taken there for treatment. You can see that place even now. It is now branch of Ramakrishna Mission. That
It's a beautiful house.
Yes, yes. That's Shampukur Bhatti, they call it. So Sri Ramakrishna was taken there for treatment, although the location and the uh, rather the somewhat congested arrangements, uh, Sri Ramakrishna was not very pleased with that. So the devotees later chose a house at Kashipur. So, but there one day, Holy Mother was there with Sri Ramakrishna bringing food, and since there was nobody there, he Holy Mother saw that Sri Ramakrishna is looking at her with a lot of intensity as such, constantly, and was not saying anything. Then Holy Mother says, why don't you say what you want to say? Say it. And Sri Ramakrishna said there, uh, won't you be doing something? Has everything to be done by this, pointing to his body? Is everything to be done by this? Why won't you do things? She said, well, I'm just a woman, illiterate. What can I do? I'm just a woman. Sri Ramakrishna kept quiet. After some time again said that what after all has this done? You have to do much more, much more. Then when he was taken to Kashipur, he had this vision and then said that look, the people in Kolkata, you can generalize to all people all over the world, that it is, they are like little worms in the dung. They are. Won't you do something to lift them out of it? Lift them out of mire. And mother did not say, what can I do? Then she was made aware of her tremendous mission, that Sri Ramakrishna did not say it in jest or out of humility, that what this has done, you have to do much more. Nobody at that time got the inkling of what is coming to be in future. That Sri Ramakrishna sent first, that was the first initiated disciple of Holy Mother, Sarada Swami Trigunaatitananda. It was earlier said, written also, claimed that Swami Yogananda was her first disciple. Later on, historical records indicated that it was Trigunaatitananda, Sarada. That happened even before Sri Ramakrishna left the mortal frame. So he sent him to Holy Mother to get initiated. That was her first initiated disciple. She said, well, I don't know what is initiation, how to, that you know everything. That's it. And he was initiated by Holy Mother. So there began the great mission of, her appearance as Guru, as the teacher. It is the teacher of, by divine right, She is the teacher by divine right. The Divine Mother herself is giving initiation. So she gave initiation to her, this who later became Trigunaatitananda. So, and that was uh, Sri Ramakrishna continued pushing things to her. Earlier, she had been told to look after the order in a very subtle manner. That he sent some of the younger disciples to her, like Adbhutananda, that time Latu Maharaj. Latu Maharaj was sent to her once she, as Sri Ramakrishna was going to relieve himself, that path went where Holy Mother used to live in that very small room. I don't know how many of you got the opportunity to see that room in Dakshineshwar. How many got to see it? You got to see it. You got to see it. Shailesh, you got to see it. You got to see it. Wow, wonderful. Yeah, you also got to see it. Brahmadas?
No,
No.
I haven't made it there yet, but it's on my to-do list.
Okay, yeah. It is a lesson, just to see that room.
See pictures of it.
Yeah, yeah. It is a very tiny room, and without any complaint, she lived in that room, cooked for a such huge number of devotees there. It was much later that she was given a separate room to sleep, because many devotees were coming and she was cooking and cooking with the help of others. So, but when this happened, she was living there, cooking also there. So, as Sri Ramakrishna walked there, he saw the Holy Mother is kneading the dough to make rotis, it is the flattened bread. It is unleavened bread. So I tell some of our Jewish members, you speak of unleavened bread, Indians always used unleavened bread. So it is, so it is. And she was doing that kneading of the dough. As Sri Ramakrishna walked a little further and so saw this Latu was sitting in meditation and addressed him. Latu, you are just meditating here, and that that lady is not finding anybody to help her. Can you not go and help her? Go. Since then, Adbhutananda, who later became Adbhutananda, Latu became Holy Mother's attendant, as well as a great devotee who could understand Holy Mother's commands even without her uttering them. So that was in a way Sri Ramakrishna's gradually initiating her into managing this holy order, that Sri Ramakrishna's order, built on love. It was built on love. Uh, After Sri Ramakrishna passed away, before he passed away, he has connected all these young disciples, both, young and old, young disciples who embraced monastic life and became the core of this brotherhood or monastic order, and all the devotees also. So he connected them by the bond of love, and without, saying it in so many words, Holy Mother automatically became head of that order. She didn't have to be formally enshrined as the head there. but because of her capabilities, it automatically dawned on everybody's mind that she is the one who is running the whole show. So Holy Mother assumed that responsibility without really assuming it. She never ever had any official role in Ramakrishna order because she was too great to be fitted into any official role. So her ministration was so powerful that nothing could transgress her command. And without any formal power, just see, without any formal power, her words, her presence had so much capability, the power that nobody could transcend it. Even the world conqueror Vivekananda. It is, this is how the Holy Mother could, you know, uh, make this, her presence really govern, that everything, was being done through her very active as well as passive involvement. It is, uh, one cannot really understand it by our little brains that how she did it. She did it for sure, but how? Now, there was no formal authority to her. It is that Holy Mother's authority was of being Shakti, the internal governance, Internal governance cannot be transcended, cannot be transgressed. The external governance that you may say, I don't care, even if I am punished, I will take the punishment, but I will not submit to this governance. One can say that in during the Vietnam War, so many conscientious objectors, they refused to join the army. They did not, it hurt their conscience. And so therefore they decided not to join, although there was order. So what if I don't follow? Okay, you will be put to prison. Okay, I will go to prison. So that is about the external governance order.
That happened to Swami Yogeshananda, by the way. He was a CEO and he was put in jail.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
You can narrate that incident.
For refusing to go into the army.
Huh? Yeah, so it is like that, It is, yes, Yogeshananda was conscientious objector. Yeah, like many at that time, our that Swami who used to be in Chicago, what is his name? Not Bhashyananda. Bhashyananda was in Chicago, but there was another Swami who had joined under Bhashyananda. Huh? Not Vardhananda. Vardhananda, huh? Kalikananda did not. Kalikananda actually was in military. But another Swami there, wonderful Swami, So he was conscientious of, the name is here. It is not coming out from here. That's all, yeah.
It's John Dobson.
Huh? John Dobson was never a monk. Yeah.
He was.
No, John Dobson wasn't a monk. But yeah, I know John Dobson. I knew him a lot. But he was not the one. It will come to me, It is his. No, not Swami Shivananda. It was his last name was Winslow. It is Winslow. So I used to say that why you have this last name Winslow? It should be win fast, isn't it? So his name now it came to me, Sarveshananda.
Yes, we knew him.
Oh, Sarvesh.
Yes, he was a physician.
Yeah, he was a physician,
Yes, we
Sarveshananda.
knew him.
Yeah, Sarveshananda was a conscientious objector, like Yogeshananda. Yeah, so
He was a beautiful singer.
He was what?
Sarveshananda,
Yeah,
I never heard him singing. Yeah.
he used to sing Swami Vivekananda's songs.
Oh,
We
okay.
knew him from Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never heard him singing because when I first met him in 2001, he was quite old and was even walking was not easy for him.
We met him
So-
in 1980.
Yeah, so at that time he must be singing loudly. Yeah, so, but anyway, now the point is that kind of administration can be overruled. Those commands can be, transgressed. But Holy Mother's command was getting into everybody's mind directly. And that command, therefore, internal governance, that internal governance cannot be transgressed. You can, because it is, you do not feel that somebody is governing you. It is you yourself are taking the decision, but it is actually the Holy Mother that would make it happen. Everything was done under her tacit approval, governance, and many times Vivekananda would request her for something, and it was within her power to grant or not to grant. It is such a powerful personality she was. Uh, we know that although some people have misrepresented, some very well-known figures have put the event in a very uh, in unfactual manner. So when it was decided, Vivekananda was about to take the decision to come to America, but he told all friends that wait, why? He wanted the explicit approval of Holy Mother. Imagine, imagine this world conquering monk. Before, of course, he became world conquering, but still his influence, his great scholarship, his oratorial powers were getting experienced by people. And so he was being urged that you must go to Chicago to participate in the Parliament of Religions. So they were about to purchase the tickets, make arrangements. He says, wait, don't do it right away. In fact, the devotees in Madras, they collected a lot of money. He said, no, give the money back to people where from you collected. Right now, I am not decided. He wrote to Holy Mother. This is something that has a very written evidence. Vivekananda writes to Holy Mother, and Holy Mother replies back a letter. In those days, there was no such thing. That was not available. So you have to write a letter. And then she replied, giving a consent, a happy consent to Vivekananda. Yes, go, but please take care. I don't know about that part of the world, but yes, God, Sri Ramakrishna has lot of great things to be done through you. So yes, go. And with that, later on, Vivekananda writes about that. in a letter written to Shivananda. That Mahapurush Maharaj, Swami Shivananda, he wrote a very beautiful letter. In fact, Swami Vivekananda's great reverence, admiration of Holy Mother is seen in that letter so much palpably that he said, look, her one small letter, and then with that, this Hanuman of hers, he crossed the seas. In this incarnation, he didn't have to go to west by jumping, uh, but used the same ships built by those people. So on that he went, I went, and then it was all power of Holy Mother and that made it possible. So he tells Tarakda, you or any of you, he writes, have fully recognized this phenomenon of Holy Mother. It is tremendous. By her grace alone, I am able to see just a little bit of it, that she is the embodiment of Shakti, the universal power is functioning through this apparently uneducated and village upbringing girl. She is representing that universal power. It is, he said, therefore, now I am able to see the cause of our degradation, that we have not given proper respect to these embodiments of Shakti, the women folk. We neglected them. And that is why, by neglecting the Shakti, our country, he was saying about India, came to that state of degradation. It is without the Shakti being aroused, nothing will get accomplished. So, first thing is the condition of women and this our country. He again referred to India, has to be improved. Let them get educated. Let them stand on their own feet. And they should not be dependent on men. It is earlier, the women had to, there was no economical capabilities with them. So whatever the husband or somebody says, she has to go by that. There was no choice. It is women, because there was no education for women. There is a story in Holy Mother's childhood. She and Lakshmi was Sri Ramakrishna's niece. So Lakshmi and they both decided to study. So some books were brought, and then Hridayaram came and took away the book from Holy Mother's hands. He did not dare to do that to Lakshmi, because Lakshmi was the, girl in that house. Holy Mother was that came there as a daughter-in-law. So daughter-in-law, they can be forced, that was the idea then, that it is, so he took away the book. So the Holy Mother says her education stopped there. But then she became a great champion of that education of women. She provided all this impetus to Sister Nivedita, who was opening a school for women. So it is this Holy Mother thus became Vivekananda's, that in everything the ideal is Holy Mother. And you see how modern Holy Mother could become. A very orthodox people thought that how will she receive Sister Nivedita, Margaret Noble, a British woman. But they formed such a wonderful rapport without she knowing English, nor Nivedita knew much of Bengali. And yet they had no difficulty in communication. Because we forget, we think that only this verbal external language is the means of communication. Communication goes far beyond it. It is, suppose you can connect mind to mind. Imagine, then this is redundant, The transmission of message gets very fast. I used to give an example. In the olden times, it was the case. Nowadays, it is not. In olden days, suppose you have a song on a recorded song in say a cassette, and you like that song, you want to copy it, then the obvious method that people employed was to make that song play from that record player, and then record it on your instrument, and thus you have it. But that is a cumbersome method, you can see, and there is distortion every time you play and then again re-record. It involves some distortion, and therefore that is not the best method. The other method, which is nowadays very much employed, those days also some intelligent people could do that, you copy it from record to record. We used to have that machine. It is analog, it is not digital anything. That from that one, that cassette, another cassette will be running by the side of it. It gets copied onto other. So it is analog to analog. But you won't hear any sound. There was no playing of it. But still it had to be done in real time. So therefore, but that removed lot of, this disturbance, distortions. So then later on, now you don't do any such thing. You convert it into data. And then copy that data on your machine, and thus you get it. So this is, so it is at a level where the thoughts arise. Then they come out from mouth. It is, see, Vani, Vani has 4 aspects, 4 levels. This is, I'm not talking about her, she happens to have the name Vani, that's all. But Vani means the speech. It has 4 levels. In Ganesh Atharva Shirsha, the great prayer to Lord Ganesha, which is one of the rare hymns in Vedas to Ganesha, Ganesh Atharva Shirsham. So there Ganesha is praised as Chatvari Vakpadani. You are the 4 types of the speech. Vani, it is said Vak. Four types of speech. What are these four types? It's very interesting, the idea in the ancient times, in the Vedantic idea of the gradual manifestation of speech. The basic, the most subtle, the deepest part of that speech is the unspoken, unstruck sound called anahata dhvani. There is no, so you have the awareness, that's all. That is the deepest level of speech. There is no vibration in it because it is unstruck. It is unstruck sound, as it were. Then the first vibration comes. That you see, but you are not able to describe. The earlier one is called para, the supreme speech. It is said in that supreme speech, all our epics and tantra scriptures, they are described as Shiva speaking with Parvati. They speak in that language, that it is supreme para language. Then there is something that you see, but you still are not able to specify. It is called Pashyanti. Because there is no instrument of description there. It is called Pashyanti. There is no description to it because the description begins later. When it comes to the level of mind, then the description starts. This is called Pashyanti, means it is there, but there is no specification for it. Like your experience, just to give an analogy for understanding, that it is how you felt when you were in deep sleep. There is no instrument at deep sleep level that will let you describe, oh, it was just bliss. But that is the only thing you can say. And everybody will say the same thing. Therefore, there is no specification to it. You have the experience, but no tools to express it. See, experience that cannot be brought on the mental or physical level. It is there, but inexpressible. That is called, the speech at that level is called Pashyanti, means experienced but not expressible. Then it grossifies further and comes to level of the mind, level of the thought. Then it is called Madhyama. Madhyama means at the level of the thought. The speech becomes Madhyama, means it is not at the level of external language, but it can be put in any external language. Like suppose you have a thought. I have some thought to be presented. Now, I am putting it in English right now. Had I been in Pune, I would have put it in Marathi language. Had I been in, say, Delhi, I would have put the same thing in Hindi language. Had I been in Kolkata, I would have put it in Bengali language. The material is, as such, the thought material is same, but the external languages that would be different. So, but this is at the thought level. It is called Madhyama. It is capable of putting in any external language. So that is the third level. The last level is putting it into a particular language, uh, that like English. Hmm. Yeah, and somebody will be able to, I will not be able to put it in Spanish. Somebody will be able to put in Kannada. I will not be able to do that. So it is like that, but the material is the same. You put it in different ways. So, like had to make a poster for some music concert happening there. Now I had given to one artist some raw material, that what is the information, and then she made a very beautiful looking, brilliant poster out of it, using some special program that I don't have. So it is now, uh, somebody else would use some other program. I also made in the process one poster myself. I used PowerPoint. But uh, people use so many. One of my friends says, PowerPoint, hey. He scoffs at that idea. Use Canvas. So use Canvas. And some other, those who are artists, they use some other one, which is not even available to common public. You have to buy it at a high cost. So because that person is a student of an arts university, so she has access to that. So she made it from that. So I mean, the raw material is the same. In different languages, it can be put, and thus, the certain nuances are peculiar to that language, but the basic material remains the same. So that is the conversion into a particular external language is called Vaikhari. So these are the four levels of our speech. So Holy Mother had the expertise to easily get to the Madhyama level. We don't have, because problem with us is we are identified with body. And that is the last Vaikhari level. It is. So therefore, somebody would say, oh, if I speak in Bengali, she will say that Swami, I don't understand Bengali. Sometimes at least she understands enough maybe to feel that it is Bengali. Yeah, somebody doesn't even understand that it is Bengali. So, do you understand Bengali? You are Shiva, isn't it?
I'm Shiva, but I don't understand it.
Yeah. So Shiva doesn't understand Bengali. So if I speak in Bengali, he won't understand. But if he can get to my thought process, then he will understand what is being spoken in Bengali. But normally we are not able to do it because we are stuck, identified, caught in this prison of body. We think that this heap of flesh and blood, that is I. This heap of flesh and blood, it is changing all the time. It is in the morning, when I came out, I got some coffee. Because I thought Shailesh will take some more time to arrive to pick me up. So I told I will pick up a cup of coffee, and then, yeah. but he reached early, So anyway, or it took longer time for me to get there and pick up a cup of coffee. So now that coffee was that, then I started calling after that coffee was being sipped in, that coffee is being called I now, isn't it? Eh? Just see it appears to be laughable, but isn't it true? That the nice cake that I had, that I call, hey, I am that. Is it I? But that is what, out of stupidity, rank stupidity, we identify ourselves with this continuously changing heap of flesh and blood. And thus we are not able to go deeper to the level of thought. It is our compulsion. If we can, like Holy Mother, we will be able to understand all languages. Whatever may be the language, you will not have any Vani problem, and language problem. Whatever language anybody may speak, you will get it easily. And I can give you one evidence of it. That this thought level we experience separately in when we see dream. Do you see dreams? What, Shiva, you don't? Yeah, you do see dreams. What? Do you see dream? So everybody sees dream. Now in dream, you will see that you are able to understand all languages. You never have a problem in dream. Do you see? Even you understand the languages of the birds and all that, It is never face any language problem in dream. In a waking state, although we speak in English, people would say in our part where I come from, oh, that southern accent, I find it so difficult to understand. It is English, but still different shades of English, and we find it difficult to understand. It is, yeah, so the Holy Mother has no body identification. She would use the body, but she would not identify with the body. Like if you come here in a car, you use the car, excellent idea. But if you are asked, hey, what's your name? You don't say that my name is Mercedes, my name is Toyota. No, that is the name of the car, You never identify with car. Do you see this?
But you identify with the brand name, right? You identify with the brand name.
You don't, you say that that is the car I use, but not that I am that. Yeah, I am, you don't, but about the body, it is excellent if you are using the body. It is, you use the body, but don't get caught in it. Imagine you are using a car where if you get in, you are not able to get out. Will you like to go into that car? Some Tesla model had that problem. They are therefore asking, those cars are called back because some people found it impossible to get out. That it would get automatically locked. And then while you were locking it, the mechanism worked. But on the way, the mechanism failed. And there is no the other way of manually operating it. So you were locked. So somebody had to be called and probably whatever, but it was a big ordeal. So that is why we suffer. We are not just using the body, we are caught in the prison of this body. Imagine what a terrible thing. We are infinite, all pervading, and yet caught in this tiny dark cell of the body. Ah, so that is no wonder we suffer. So, see, Holy Mother didn't have this problem that she could converse in any language. We were having this discussion, isn't it, Brahmadas, about AI language? It was we got into because I was talking. There were all these experts, you know. So I'd like to take the opportunity to learn something from them. So the conversation turned towards that, and then uh, I said, look, all these AIs, all AI, they are language forms, isn't it? They are languages. And therefore, whatever can be basically, in principle, can be expressed in language, AI can do it. But that which cannot be expressed in language, AI will not be able to do it unless it becomes a meta AI, like physics and metaphysics. So it has to transcend that and go to the deeper levels of language, like the language in which the Guru illumines the disciple, as described in the famous Dakshinamurti hymn, you know. It is that the hymn brings a very nice picture in your front of your mental eye. Chitram Vatatarur Mule Vriddha Shishya Gurur Yuva. Come on, paint this picture in front of your mental eye. That under a banyan tree, the student, many students are there, and a teacher is teaching them. How are the students? Vriddha Shishyaha. The students are uh, aged, experienced, matured, and the teacher is Yuva. Vriddha Shishya Guru Yuva. The Guru is a young man. And then how is Guru teaching them? Wonderful friends. That is how this transmission comes, you know. Gurostu maunam vyakhyanam. Guru is teaching in the language of silence. Guru is teaching in the language of what? Silence. It's a different subject, you know. Sometimes we'll discuss this if God wishes so, that it is learning to listen to silence. Learning to listen to silence. It is because actually the sounds, the words, they are like the frames. They are like the frame. You don't see the frame, you see the picture that is being framed, isn't it? These words, they are like the frames. What is being framed? That is silence. That silence speaks very loudly. It is all the knowledge actually. Words do not contain much knowledge. It is the silence that communicates. Even in our day-to-day conversation. You see, this silence that follows the utterance of the sentence uh, contains lot of message more than it is. Like sometimes my dad, in a very scolding tone, would say, "Do you understand?" The silence would follow. That silence was so potent with meaning, that silence, silence is a very powerful tool. So, how Holy Mother's message was communicated? It is a great story, friends. That it is that she did not always utter so many words. She could speak the language of silence. She would go directly at the mental level and transmit the substance there without speaking. So it happened with Sister Nivedita, and it probably happened when Holy Mother visited South India. The description of her tour of South India is so educative, friends, that it is here that you see the glory that Holy Mother did not, could not speak their language, Tamil or Kannada. She visited these prominently places in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So those places have become great pilgrimage places where Holy Mother's feet have fallen. In Bangalore, for example, there is that hillock. It gets called now the Holy Mother's Hill. Holy Mother sat there and went into Samadhi. So that is in Bangalore. So, and how did she converse? Hundreds of devotees used to come to seek her blessings. She initiated so many people there. In what language did the conversation go on? That is the question. It is that shows the power of Holy Mother to go into the modern psychologists could say subconscious. It is, we would say in more Vedantic terms, like at the level of Madhyama, beyond body consciousness. And then there now all languages become same. It is at the level, just to give another analogy, because this is a bit difficult for us who are so tied, identified with body. Let me give another analogy. And please, know that they are just analogies. Don't take them literally. It is like this analogy has been given by Sri Ramakrishna himself, that it is a potterman. Now, I don't know how many of you ever had a chance to see how from the clay potterman, the potter makes the pots. Not Harry Potter. Yeah, it is the potter makes pots. That it is, yeah, it has its own skill involved. Potter making the pots. So it is now a big quantity of raw, wet clay is there. That the clay has been kneaded well and ready to be given the shapes. Now the potter can give whatever shape. And if the potter puts, after shaping those, uh, suppose he received an order to make pots of this size that customer wants. So he shaped them into that particular shape and size and put them out for drying. But before they could dry, the rains descended, and all effort was gone. Now, since they were not sun-baked by that time, he again put them, uh, made out again their raw mud out of it, and again put into now whatever shape he wanted to put in. So this is that mud that is like the thought level. Now you can put it into any particular gross shape, particular language. Once it is baked, then that is done. Once you put it into the Vaikhari form, that is in any gross language, then now it assumes that shape. So, and if it is well baked, concrete, then it cannot be brought back to the clay level. So it is like that. So Holy Mother has that unique skill. So when she was in Madras, now it is called Chennai, did I tell you the story of Chennai? Yeah, it is a nice, funny story that there was one disease called Madras disease. It is something that is, upsetting stomach, causing various problems, Madras disease. And a political party announced that if we are voted to power, we are going to eradicate this disease. And they were voted to power and they fulfilled the promise. How they changed the name from Madras to Chennai. So the Madras disease got eradicated. Chennai disease might be there, but what our promise was, we will eradicate the Madras disease, that we fulfilled. So it is like that. So, but this joke apart, it is the Holy Mother was there in Chennai. So some women came to ask. They knew that she is the teacher of this world-shaking Swami Vivekananda, this monk who gave such thunderous talks in Chennai not too long ago. Those talks are great, friends. It is the 5 great lectures he gave in the city of Madras, very important, especially for the Indian context. It is very important for others as well, but in Indian context, it assumes a very special importance. But that apart, so those ladies came to ask, when is Holy Mother going to give lectures? Now, the Swami whom they met, he told, no, Holy Mother doesn't give lectures. They were crestfallen. No, Holy Mother doesn't give, what is, they could not fathom that she doesn't need to give lecture. Giving lecture is a very, weak tool for a person of the stature of Holy Mother, who could convey the message even without uttering a word, even by looks. Looks can convey message, my mother knew the trick very well. I was equally naughty even in my childhood, you know. So it is. And when they some guest would be there, then she didn't have at that time in front of the guest, she couldn't scold me. Hey, you fellow, you brother, behave. She couldn't say that. And so, but if I am at my mischief, she would just raise her eyebrows, and that would carry the message, you know. Then, yeah, you will be in a bigger fun afterwards. So it is. So, just by eyes, one can speak, isn't it? Yeah, it is. These are, you know, actually those who are in the field of computer engineering, they should know this, that all the computer are after all designed after, you know, the simulation of human behaviors, human understanding and all that. So a great advancement in that direction was what is called USB port. Have you heard USB port? Yeah, there is USB port. Nowadays, you have all USB ports. Uh, uh, when I used to work with computers, many of you may be aware of that. We had one separate input port and an output port. LPT1, LPT2, and all those names used to be there. That, but our organs, which are input devices, are also output devices. Like I told, eyes, they are input devices, but they can convey also. They can be output devices. So it is uh, the all such devices. So the USB port is an input as well as output device. You can connect a camera to it as an input device, where that USB port then becomes an input device. When you connect it to a speaker, or a printer, it becomes an output device. So it is therefore you see this, both these capabilities are with a simulation of our organs. They are both input device as well as output device. So like those who can read the face. So the face, you are seeing the face, but your seeing can be an output as well as input device. It gets converted into an output thing. So it is like that. Anyway, so for Holy Mother, that was the thing. She could understand everything. In one college that I was giving lectures, uh, they asked me, Swami, you are not carrying any notes and all. How you are able to speak? I see, I use the notes. You use the, we didn't see any notes that you are using. I see them written on your faces. Yeah. It is, I see those notes on your faces, and I read and address those. It is because I am here to speak to you. So whatever you want to know, you want to hear, that gets written as it were on your faces. And then having given more than 9,000 lectures to audience, I have got a knack of not perfect, but understanding what this face is trying to convey. So that face is an output device. For me, it becomes an input device, and then I address accordingly. Now, this is a cyber technology, you see, again using a modern terminology, means information driven technology. So it is that information gets in, and accordingly I direct my speech to that. So this is how Holy Mother and this was giving her instructions, you see. Look at the person. That too not in a very, not like my mother used to do. She didn't need to do that also. Would get the problem of that person. Immediately a recognition of the problem of that person would come and a solution would emerge. And that would be her initiation. So it is, that was how Holy Mother could initiate. Not ordinary teachers cannot initiate like that. It is the way available only to Holy Mother. Swami Premananda once described that, oh, look how much Holy Mother is doing with and at what level. Sri Ramakrishna chose his disciples. And how many were Sri Ramakrishna's disciples? Not so many. It is a handful of them. But with Holy Mother, hundreds, thousands of them were getting initiated and getting blessed. It is and many whom Brahmananda would say, Brahmananji was giving initiation in Belur Math, but he was very selective, choosy. That, oh, this man doesn't look, that capable of, getting the message, too wicked, tender. He could see it clearly, So he would send it to Holy Mother. And Holy Mother would give initiation to that person. One day she exclaimed, look what Rakhal has sent to me. Otherwise sons give such wonderful gifts to their mothers, and then this Rakhal is sending this poison to me. It is, and when this message got back to Rakhal, Rakhal became, Swami Brahmananda became, his face became so full of tears, eyes were, oh, forgive, oh mother. But because mother had the power, so she could take up such people also. So Premananda said that, look, mother has nothing. Sri Ramakrishna has at least that great wealth of the spiritual experience and renunciation and giving this message to devotees by talking. Holy Mother has none of that. And yet, see that it is just inexplicable. And he kept on saying, Jai Ma, oh Divine Mother. Again and again, he went on exclaiming like that, Swami Premananda. It is in his reminiscences, you will find this passage about Holy Mother, that he said, whatever we cannot digest, we send it there. It is, her authority was so tremendous. Once one servant who was appointed at Belur Math, he committed some thefts. So Swami Vivekananda removed him from the job. Get out, you thief. Now this man took the court, the high court, went to Holy Mother and pleaded that, I'm very, very sorry. I have to support a big family and I had no money. So I committed this. I was tempted to steal, but now I will not. Please, please, if I lose this job, what are my children, what they are going to eat? So he pleaded with Holy Mother. Holy Mother said, okay. Swami Premananda had come at that time to where Holy Mother was staying. It is Udbodhan. Udbodhan or Mother's house. It is, you can see that, it is right in the middle of Kolkata. So it is, and Premananda knowing that how Vivekananda would scold him if he brings him back. He was terribly scared of scolding of Vivekananda. He was really a demon when it comes to scolding. That his force and tremendous language, it was all very difficult to withstand. So Premananda was very hesitant that you mean I should take him back? What will Narendra say? Holy Mother said, tell him that I have sent him. So Premananda took him, and as soon as Vivekananda saw Premananda bringing, he commented to other disciples, other brother disciples and others there, look at this Babu Ram's foolishness. This, this fountain of wisdom has brought this fellow back like this. And this scolding started coming out, rushing out like a torrent, like a Niagara Falls. So it is. But when Premananda got a chance to put a word, said, Holy Mother sent. Immediately Vivekananda kept quiet. Okay, now you have got you appealed to High Court. Those days, in India, only up to High Court you could go. Supreme Court, they was in England then, not in India. So it is, so there you got it from High Court. Now I can't do anything. So thus he had to take this servant back again on work and behaved with him very nicely. Didn't keep any grudge. That was not Vivekananda. So it is, that is how Holy Mother see the power. Now where is this great world-famed Vivekananda, who was lecturing all over India and establishing different branches, different works and all that. And where is this illiterate village woman? But yet this village woman, she had so much power that even this Narendranath Vivekananda got subdued. It is, there are so many instances about how Vivekananda always took advice of Holy Mother. Why should he? He didn't really need to. He was the leader of the whole group. And so he could demand things. Why should he go to Holy Mother? He knew that the power really comes from her. It is like when we have an electrical instrument like that, her laptop, she would connect it to power source. Why should she? Otherwise, it will not work. It is as simple as that. You have to. So, Holy Mother was, he knew that is the source of power. So, they were deciding, thinking about that how the Durga Puja is to be celebrated in Belur Math, a very well-known incident. The more you meditate on that incident, you see the tremendous power of Holy Mother's very simple commands. Uh, so he thought that it is good, important to take the permission of Holy Mother. And so he and some others, they went to meet Holy Mother, placed the idea before her that we plan to do worship of the Divine Mother Durga. So we want your consent. And Holy Mother said, yes, sure, except one thing. Do not do any animal sacrifice. And Vivekananda raised an objection. But everything we are doing according to this scripture, that was that Raghunandan Smriti that they were going to use for this purpose. We are doing everything according to this, and it contains the ritual animal sacrifice. Why do you object to that? Holy Mother did not give any logic. She didn't need to. That she said, oh, whatever you may say, but I am seeing before my eyes whole Ganges becoming red. That was enough, See the difference of power between Holy Mother and Sri Ramakrishna. Imagine, how much argument Narendranath went with Sri Ramakrishna, criticizing Sri Ramakrishna left and right, even criticizing Mother Kali, until Sri Ramakrishna got really vexed. With Holy Mother, no argument. Whatever she said is accepted without any argument. Yeah, that was the power of Holy Mother. It is very important to feel this power. It is working through all of us. It is, and thus Holy Mother was the presiding deity actually in during the Durga Puja. He called in that letter I referred to earlier, letter written to Shivananda, that I will be worshipping, I want to worship the living Durga, Jont Durga in Bengali, he writes. That letter is originally in Bengali. I want to worship this living Durga. And that is this Holy Mother represented all womanhood. So Holy Mother was very humbly requested and ceremonially brought to stay during this whole puja ritual at Belur Math, where the worship was happening. So, and every day there would be this different aspects of rituals, and the worshipper would first prostrate to Holy Mother and get permission from her to start the worship. So that was the tremendous capability that Holy Mother had. She became the main father figure, mother figure, father and mother figure in the growth of the Ramakrishna order. That is an incident when she was in Buddha Gaya. She saw many Buddhist monks and Buddhist monasteries who had that ample food supply and all that. They And she prayed that, oh, Sri Ramakrishna, what is this? Look at my children. Can't you provide them some food and shelter? And it is always assumed that all these uh, centers of Ramakrishna Mission, even they are kind of not exactly belonging to officially to Ramakrishna Mission, but working on those ideas like this Vedanta Center at this Atlanta. All that came up as the uh, these prayers of Holy Mother that gradually brought this. Because otherwise at that time, all the monastic disciples of Sri Ramakrishna were wandering monks. They had established a monastery at Baranagar. It was called Baranagar Mutt, and somehow they used to beg a little food and would somehow able to manage. There was hardly any money to spare. It is there was a backyard full of the snakes and scorpions, and so there some automatically some spinach and such things would grow, and they would use that for food. So that is how the days were. So Holy Mother's prayers then changed the situation. People started giving donations. It is, and thus you see the prosperity came there. It is very important, to see the tremendous backing that Holy Mother gave to this order, coming with supplies as it were. So this is all contribution of Holy Mother. I will conclude in 3-4 minutes, and then if you have questions, you may ask. One story only, one more story, please. Yeah. So shall I tell?
Yes.
Okay. It is, thank you. So it is, M was not at all, M means Master Moshai, Mahendranath Gupta, the chronicler of the great book, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. So he was skeptic about Swami Vivekananda's ideas of serving the population at large, opening schools, colleges, hospitals, and all such institutions to serve humanity. He said, no, that was not ideal of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna said God realization first. Service and other things would come later. He did not tell you, he emphasized do prayers, do meditations, but one day Holy Mother paid a visit to the hospital run by Ramakrishna Mission at Benares, Varanasi, Ramakrishna Mission Sevashram, home of service in Varanasi. And it is a great history, how that hospital started and all. Very inspiring and touching history, friends. So there, Holy Mother was seeing everything that yes, there is again in answer to some question, that why that only one Advaita Ashrama was made, not all. And this, the hospital centers, there is no temple there. It is the those who come or are brought as patients, they are served as God. They are God. They are worshipped as God. So there is no separate temple where is an idol and like that. No. These are the human idols. God appearing in flesh and blood. So it is like that. So Holy Mother was very much impressed by this whole work. And then uh, she was so happy, she gave a donation of 10 rupees, which was a big sum at that time, at 10 rupee, and that note is still preserved there. They framed it. They didn't have heart to now. It is the blessings of Holy Mother. They preserved it, kept it in a frame. Now also you can go and see it, you know. So, and then somebody went and told him, he was also in that group. Look, Holy Mother said that this is all Sri Ramakrishna's work. This is what Sri Ramakrishna wanted. Uh, and then he said, well, that is the last word after all. What Sri Ramakrishna's opinion is, if Holy Mother says that, that's it. And then he stopped saying a word against this. So that is how you can see the power. Just whenever you see Holy Mother picture, feel that tremendous power there, that she is the power behind it. So let us conclude, friends, here that Ram Krishna Gata Prana Tannama Shravana Priyam Tadbhavaranjitakaran Pranamami Muhu Muhu, who is one with Sri Ramakrishna at the level of consciousness, and who externally is always looking forward to keep on hearing his name. Tannama Shravana Priya, Tadbhava Ranjita Kara, that her whole life is colored in that feeling of Sri Ramakrishna. To that Holy Mother, may our salutations again and again. Thank you, friends. Now, in case you are not too tired, you can feel free to ask